Welcome. My name's Ben Graham. This is a SPEC Lab video about how we use our task assignment and tracking spreadsheets. So I've got one of those sheets open for you right now. You're going to have access to these through the SPEC for Everyone, through your team folder in SPEC for Everyone. All right. You will note up at the top that this is a .xlxs file, right? So this is an Excel file type. But right now I have it open in the Google Sheets online interface, right? So this is essentially, this is a Safari window that I am sharing with you. And using that Google interface allows us to have many folks in here editing the sheet without creating conflicting copies. Okay. So every task assigned on my team is going to get a line on this spreadsheet. And this is the summer 2021 tab. You'll notice there's a fall 2021 tab, right? We keep track of the old semesters as well as the current semester. All right. You may be asked to help create tasks on one of these sheets, particularly if you're working as a team lead or a project lead. Let's go sort of through this, discuss the columns from left to right. You'll see that we have a task ID number. And if you look down here, you'll see we hit like 3 and then we get to like 4A, 4B. These are things where, right, there's the row number in Sheets or Excel. That's going to change all the time as we like add more rows, as we split tasks apart and that sort of thing. So we want to have these task numbers that stay constant over time. Even if we get to like 9cc or something, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We just need a stable task number for each task. We're going to talk about what project the task is a part of, right? So like my Talus team works on 8 or 10 different projects in a semester. So I know what project it belongs to, and then a pretty detailed description of the task, right? And this is something I'm going to be writing up, or your team lead's going to write up, that tries to delegate in some detail what we want you to do. We're going to assign it to a particular RA, right? And often we'll put tasks on the spreadsheet and they won't be assigned yet. But then we're going to assign it to someone, sometimes multiple people. So this might have multiple names here. And then we're going to talk about who's going to review that work product, right? So when you complete the task, who do you email or send a Slack message to say, hey, this is done. Can you take a look at it, right? We have the date assigned on, right? And we have the date that it's due, right? So we'll, and this was a column we had added later in the summer, so we don't have this all filled out for the early tasks, but we were working with these due dates. These due dates do get updated temporarily, right? So we put a target due date. In conversation with your team leader, your PI, you may be adjusting that that due date as you go. And then there's the status, right? So we were working with color coding as well as just with the written statuses. But you'll see, like, when something is ready to review, you're going to update the status yourself. When it's ready for review, you'll update the status. You'll flag it in yellow. Then I know when I sort of scan through the task sheet, oh, this is somebody who needs feedback from me. Or the grad students like Gail will know, oh, this is something that needs feedback from me. Priority, again, sometimes we want to flag stuff as super urgent. These location and file name columns are probably the two most important on the spreadsheet. The location of the work product. Where is the file or the files associated with this task, right? Where are they located? Where do I find them? And this is critical for the people who are reviewing your work product now in this semester, but we're going to be drawing on your work product 3 years from now, right? We're going to be coming back to this spreadsheet and knowing exactly where to find the files and exactly what each of those files is titled, right? No, we've gone through, there were a couple of things we couldn't find. We've since gone through and found these, right? But we really need to then, we've had a whole verification column here where at the end of the semester, your team lead, and halfway through the semester, your team lead is going to be going through and verifying that things are really where they say they are, right? So making sure these are accurate is one of the most important organization for collaboration principles. This notes column, I add a lot of notes here to my RAs when I delegate the task. Sometimes then the RAs will add notes here as they're completing the task, right? So this is just additional information that's useful to anyone who's working on the task or who is trying to use that work product later. So lots of different things can end up in this column. All right, so this is a pretty straightforward video, right? But really key stuff. Looking forward to working with you all using this system. Thank you very much.